The last thing that I'd like to comment on, as far as pure and impure water, is that obviously you need to use pure water in order to purify something. And impure water will not purify something. And I think that concept is pretty straightforward. So if you have pure water, you can use it for wudu, you can use it to wash your clothing, you can use it to wash your ground, etc. If you have impure water, for example, some urine has been mixed into the water, you cannot use that to purify anything. That's a general principle within the Sharia. There's one major exception which I want to highlight. There is one type of water which is pure, but does not have the ability to purify. So normally water is both pure and it has the ability to purify. But there is one type of water that is pure, but it does not have the ability to purify. And that is the water that comes off the servant after they make wudu. So after you make wudu, the water that comes off your body is called ma al-musta'mal, used water. And used water, water which was used to purify something else, purify your body within the Sharia, cannot be used to purify anything else. And so you can think about it this way. You know, wudu is a great blessing, and we'll cover this in detail tomorrow morning. But when you do wudu, you wash away the sins of your hands with each drop of wudu, with each drop of the wudu water. It comes in hadith. When you wash your face, the sins of your eyes fall from that with that wudu water. When you wash your arms, the sins of your hands fall with that wudu water. When you wash your feet, the sins that you walk towards with your feet, they fall with that wudu water. So that water spiritually, hukman, not truly, not hakikatan, but hukman, spiritually has become impure. And in fact, the Sharia appreciates this and does not permit us to use ma'al musta'mal after somebody's used wudu. We cannot use that water to make wudu. So if somebody makes wudu over a bucket of water, and then let's say he drops all of his wudu, the washing of his wudu into that bucket, I can't pass that bucket and tell you to make wudu from it. Now that water is still pure. If that water falls on my shirt, for example, I'm making wudu and drips of water fall on my shirt, that does not make my shirt impure. The water itself is pure, but it doesn't have the ability to further purify. In general, pure water purifies, impure water cannot be used to purify, and there is one type of pure water which also cannot be used to purify, and that is ma'al musta'mal, the used water that comes off the body part of a servant when they clean themselves in the state of wudu or ghusl, etc. So inshallah, let's stop there. Let me remind each and every one of us that these principles that are being highlighted, and I see most of you have notebooks anyway, but these principles that are being highlighted, this is compiled over years. I'm telling you, this has been compiled over years. In fact, the first time I studied Tahara, I looked at it and I said, who's going to waste time on this stuff? Let's just get to the Salah. The Salah is the real issue. And I didn't like this subject at all. I didn't like studying Tahara at all. It was only after the third or the fourth time, and then spending time with people who are so particular about Tahara, that I was shocked and I began to realize the importance of Tahara. In fact, now Tahara is my favorite subject. Out of all the different books of fiqh, I find Tahara the most interesting because it teaches so many principles of the deen in and of itself. And actually, because when I began to be careful about my Tahara, that was when everything else slowly began to fall into place. So Tahara is essential. Tahara is essential. Take these matters seriously. Now what I'm presenting before you, this is knowledge from the various ulama in Chicago, and then when I went to Syria, and then when I went to Pakistan, and then some of the ulama in South Africa. And so this is all compiled. Everything has been cut and it's shining. It's like a jewel. So now all you have to do is take it. My teachers used to yell at us. When we were in the dars in the madrasa, they used to say, we take, the students sometimes wouldn't memorize a lesson. And they would say, we take the ingredients, we cook the halwa, we put it in your mouth, and we make you chew, and you still don't swallow. What's wrong with you people? And that's exactly the truth. Our ulama, they took all the Quran and the Hadith, which is the ingredients, and they mixed it into this beautiful halwa, this beautiful sweet. And then they came and they put it in our mouth. And then they made us chew by constantly repeating and inculcating these teachings, and the only thing is we keep coughing it up. We don't swallow it. So swallow it. Swallow it. You'll find a beautiful taste from it. So this is what is essential to our development, and you should keep this in mind. So keep a notebook, take careful notes, ask questions. The way you learn is by asking questions. Think about this, reflect on these issues, and then go, after you review